What's up guys, it's Emily. So today's video is going to be my plus size journey. Now, pretty much why I want to do this video is pretty much talk about my experience as a plus size chick and pretty much tell you guys like my personal experiences and things that I have dealt with from young till now. But I also want to put a message out there that, and show people that what plus size girls go through. I know everybody goes through a different experience. Doesn't matter your size, but I feel like a lot of plus size girls get brought down, and I just want to pretty much bring like thought into this video and have people that are in my type of situation or have experienced the same thing I have experienced and just help them and also be an eye-opener for some of you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give this video a fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to always be notified with my videos. Comment what you guys think of this video, and let's get this started. Okay, so my plus size experience. The first thing I want to say is I feel like a lot of plus size chicks get brought down, and I feel like we're very targeted, especially in like a public community. There are many people that have made stupid comments about what plus size girls wear, about what they do, about where they go, and things like that. So I want to tell you guys my experience as a plus size girl and things and comments and places that I've went that I experienced the worst type of things that were pretty like dramatic, and like I was like in disbelief. Now, I just want to also, make sure that I'm putting out a message out there for people that are plus size girls that have experienced certain situations that I have, and just know that you're not alone, and just know that, we all go through this, whatever size you can be. You could be skinny, you could be a heavier, it don't matter. Everybody goes through a different experience, but I feel like plus size girls are definitely targeted. So the first thing I want to talk about is my shopping experience. So I went to Victoria's Secret for the first time because I really wanted a bra and a tracksuit. So, and pajamas I actually wanted too. So typically I usually went to Victoria's Secret just for the perfumes, and that day I just decided, hey, like, if they have this person's size, I'm pretty sure they're going to have my size. And I had the money for the bra I wanted and the pajamas I wanted. I was debating between pajamas and the tracksuit. So I went into the place, and automatically I felt like I didn't belong there, if that makes sense. And this one girl came up to me and that was working there. And I was just looking around, at first I was looking at the bras and stuff, and I noticed that they didn't have my size. So I thought maybe, I should ask. So the lady came up to me and I asked her like, hey, do you have this size bra, blah, 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 blah. And she looked at me up and down like this. And I was just in disbelief that I was watching this right in front of my face. And I was like, excuse me? I was like, did you hear me? And she was like, yeah, we don't have your size. She's like, we only run up to a C. And 36. And I'm like what? Like, I was like, what? So I was like, do you have this pajama set in this size? And she was like, no, we only run up to a large. So I was just like, so you guys don't sell any plus size clothes in here? And she's like, yeah, I highly suggest if you go shop at JCPenney and Torrid. And I just looked at her. I was like, I was like, you suggest? She's like, yeah, because we don't have your size. So she was like, yeah, we don't have many stores in this mall with your size. And she looked at me up and down again. And I was like, okay, thank you. Like, really rude. And I was just like, I walked out of the store and I literally started crying because I was like, wow, that's like insane. Like, I've never thought this would happen to me. And I actually recently went back to Victoria's Secret and attempted it again because it just didn't sit right with me that this lady told me that they didn't have my size. Like, I feel like Victoria's Secret should have everybody's size, you know what I mean? So this one lady, I went up to her and I said, you know, I recently went here a couple months ago, blah blah blah, and this lady, you know, she made me feel some type of way, and I told her like I wanted to get a bra, and she was like, okay. And then she's like, what size are you? And I said, well, I'm a 40, blah 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 blah. And she's like, do you remember who this lady was? I was like, no, but I remember she was blonde. And she was like, yeah, we do have your size of bras, but we don't run anything above a large. So I was like, that's fine. Like, I just wanted to get a bra, and I also wanted to get like pajamas though, but that's fine. Like, I don't really need the pajamas. And so she was so nice and helped me, and she told me like, hey, like if this doesn't fit you, like just call me to the room and I'll get you a new size. So like she just made me feel genuinely comfortable. That was my second experience there. So genuinely, I felt like it was like more of a hate thing, or like she tried to make me feel like belittle me or make me feel like I don't belong there. So I was like, I told the lady like, thank you, you know, like I was really shocked with the experience I had there, and I told her like, you know, I was really skeptical about coming back because of the way this woman made me feel. And she's like, I'm so sorry for your experience, and then she gave me a discount because of that. So like I didn't make it up, you know, I didn't just do that to get a bra. I literally was genuinely told her like, and she could tell by my voice like how upset I was. So another thing I have experienced with shopping is going into stores and looking and not seeing your size. In my local mall, for some reason, they don't have many stores with plus size clothes. Maybe like 2 stores. 2. So I was just like, wow. So the next experience I dealt with shopping is I pretty much went to Forever 21 and I was just looking. Like I was just like, you know, Forever 21 has plus size clothes online. Why wouldn't they have it in the store? And of course, I was literally just looking at the crop tops, and she looked at me. Like she tapped my shoulder and she's like, hello. And I'm like, hi. And she's like, are you looking for something today? And I was like, yeah, do you guys have plus size crop top? And she looked at me up and down and she's like, no, we don't have your size. And like she was like, what did she say? She said, oh, she's like, I highly suggest if you don't wear crop tops. I was like, miss, I could wear whatever I please. And I walked out. I was just like in disbelief that day too. Like I was just shocked that the first Victoria's Secret I went to told me, hey, I suggest this. And then this person told me that you shouldn't wear this. So I felt like very attacked. Going shopping as a plus size chick is a very nerve-wracking feeling, especially for me, because I personally don't like shopping, and that's one of my reasons is why I don't like shopping, is because you're targeted because you wear crop tops or you want to wear shorts or this or that. Like you shouldn't wear those things. I just never understood why people think that, you know, people that are a little skinnier are the only ones that are allowed to wear crop tops or shorts or anything like that. Like, if there's a plus size girl that is comfortable enough to show off her body, let her do it. Don't bring her down along with it, because that's what ruins more of her insecurities. Especially when you're a complete stranger and you work in sales, don't do that. So another thing I've experienced with clothes-wise is getting told that I shouldn't be wearing crop tops, or I shouldn't wear such a revealing bathing suit, or I shouldn't wear this, or I shouldn't wear that. Like, I can wear whatever I want. And that's the problem, is like, people will look at you a certain way outside if your clothes are too tight, or if your belly's showing, or like, let's just say how I like to wear my crop tops is with high-waisted pants and a nice crop top. I don't just go out with my belly hanging out. Like, and if I wanted to, I could. But, or like, just getting told like you can't wear this or you can't wear that, like, I literally don't understand like why people think that certain people have to wear this. Like, it blows my mind. Okay, so last thing with clothes that I have experienced is the first time going to a lake by me in a bathing suit. Now, this bathing suit wasn't very revealing. It was a high-waisted bathing suit with a bikini top. And I can't tell you guys how nervous I was that day. I was so nervous, and I've never really been on a beach with like a bathing suit. And I've always been in like shorts and like a shirt, but I've never wore like a cute little bathing suit that I was so happy and so like ready for. And I just like was so excited to wear it. Like, I didn't care my mindset was like all the way up here. Like, I did not care what anybody thought of me, and that's how I lived that day. I literally felt like myself for once. And of course, yes, I got stares because, you know, I had a little rolls or whatever the case was, but I felt so beautiful that day. And if you guys want to see an image, I will pop one right here. I felt so beautiful that day, and honestly, like, after that, I knew that I was so comfortable enough to start buying myself bathing suits. I just felt so proud of myself that I feel like I achieved something. Like, hey, like, you know, I finally went on the beach with a bathing suit. And it's been like a very nerve-wracking thing because I don't like to be stared at, and I don't like to feel like I'm getting judged. And of course I did feel that day like I was getting stared at and I was getting judged, but I felt like I was living a different type of energy at that moment. Like, who the hell cares? Fuck everybody else, you know what I mean? Like, that's how you gotta live as a plus size girl. Like, you deal with these things on an everyday basis where you have to build yourself to the point where you no longer care. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to be talking about is comments that I've dealt with on social media. Now, of course, I got bullied. You know, I'm not going to be talking about that, but I did get bullied for a very long time. Always got called fat, the fat girl, or I got told that, you know, there was one time that somebody told me that, oh, a fat girl shouldn't be with a skinny guy. Now, mind you, you know, my boyfriend is Matt, and he is very skinny, and he loves me for the way I am. He doesn't care about my weight, and he accepts me for who I am. You know, he finds me the most beautiful girl. And for somebody else to say like, hey, a girl like you doesn't belong with a skinny like guy like him. Like, what? It's just so stupid, the certain things I've heard. But like, recently I actually got a really, really interesting comment on one of my videos. Now, I will put the image right here. I'll show you actually several images right here. But I actually got a comment, and I'm actually going to read it to you guys because I took a screenshot purposely for this video. I'm not going to expose them because I'm going to block out their name, but where is it? So I did a girl talk 2 days ago, and I was told, at like 11:27 at night, this is when I took the screenshot. This person said, "You are fat. Girl talks are supposed to be done by pretty, slim, feminine women." Do I not look feminine to you? And I just didn't understand that. And I didn't understand why pretty slim girls have to be the only ones to do girl talks. Like, it made me feel like bigger girls are not allowed to give advice to other girls. I just didn't understand that. And this girl talk was about how to know he's the one. So I got a comment because I'm giving advice on how to know he's the one. Apparently I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm a heavier set girl. I'm a heavier set girl. So I don't know what advice I'm giving. I'm completely stupid. Utterly stupid. It just sounds so silly. So that was the comment that I got. And then this is what I said. I said, to be honest, I'm not going to give you the reaction you want. But I will say this, you don't have to look a certain way to give advice, to be honest. And I put a laughing face because literally you don't have to look a certain way to give advice. It's just stupid thinking. And then this is the last thing he said. Yes, you do. At least with dumb feminist birds, I can at least put on mute and see them play the dumb blonde role in Pretty. You can't even do that. Pretty women have pretty friends. Ugly women have ugly friends. Fat women have fat friends. No one wants to hear advice from a fatty. I was like, whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, I just blocked that person automatically because that was the most disgusting thing I could ever hear from somebody. That pretty girls have to have pretty friends and ugly people have to have ugly friends and fat people have to have fat friends. Like, what? So I will put the image right here, like I said, so you guys can see. This is literally something I literally dealt with yesterday. And I was just in like, whoa, disbelief mode. Like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, do you see what do you guys see what I'm talking about? Like, I literally gave advice in a girl talk and I'm getting put down because I'm a heavier set girl. So I can't give advice. Okay. Another thing with social media I've dealt with was getting told that I shouldn't put bathing suit pictures out there because I am a heavier set girl. I could post whatever I want. And I'm going to continue to do that because that helps me embrace myself. That helps me show people that it is okay to wear a bathing suit. For freaking 21 years of my life, I've never worn a bathing suit that I've ever been happy in. And if anything, most of the time I wore shorts and a tank top because I wasn't happy with how I looked. Because I didn't like to get stared at. I didn't like this. I didn't like that. But I started accepting my stretch marks, my rolls, my cellulite, whatever it is. I started accepting myself because you know what? At the end of the day, I have to love myself before anybody can love me. Okay? Okay. Another thing that I've dealt with was people have comments to always say that, oh, you're only fat because you eat too much. You're only fat because you're eating junk food all day. You're only fat because this. You're only fat because of you don't exercise. Like things like that. Stupid comments like that. But let me tell you guys a secret. People have health issues. People have health issues, okay? I have always been a heavier set girl. Since a little girl. Not heavy since young. But I've always been always had a belly, okay? And I found out that I have two things wrong with me, hypothyroidism and PCOS. So no, I don't eat junk food all day. No, I don't eat unhealthy all day. No, I do not eat vegetables all day. No, I do not, let me think, not exercise. I do these things, okay? I'm not a person that's just a couch potato and just sits on my bed and goes, you know what I mean? Like, it just sounds so stupid. People actually have problems with their weight. It's an actual thing. Look it up. People like that don't know or research these things before speaking, and these are the people that are dealing with their own insecurities. So, joke's on you. Let me think. What else do I want to cover? Okay, so another thing I want to say is growing up for so long, I've always been in the hundreds. Now, I could say as a young, like, let's say 13 years old, I was 160 to 70 pounds, right? And then 2016 happened, and I went from there to 230. Now, I look back at pictures, and I will show you guys the pictures right here, of myself when I was 13 and the beginning of 2016. And for so long, I've always put myself down and always looked at myself bigger than I was. I don't know if any of you guys have experienced that, where you're like a heavier girl and you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, God damn, I'm fucking fat. To be honest, it is the most saddest feeling, because it's like you look at yourself and then you look back at pictures and you're like, you dumb bitch. You're a dumb bitch. Like, why did you think why did you think of yourself this way? And the only reason why I thought of myself that way, to be honest, was because of the bullying. And when you start getting like told these things, you start looking at yourself that way. And for so long, and I still do look at myself that way, I don't see myself losing weight. I don't, like, you just are in denial about everything. Like, you can't lose weight, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, you're heavier, like, you look at yourself more than what you are. And that has always been my problem. I don't know if any other plus size girls can relate, but I am sure that there are many people that can relate to this. So that's another thing that I've experienced, was like looking at myself and then thinking otherwise. Another thing is, I think one of the most worst things was always going to the doctors. You know, going to the doctors and stepping on the scale and then like feeling like you're doing everything the wrong way and like you're not trying hard enough, like with what you're doing. I always feel like that every time I go to the doctors, and you know I have two conditions that are kind of like stopping my body from losing weight, and it really is like, you get very doubtful with yourself. You start getting so many doubts, like, I'm exercising, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing this. And then you get very doubtful within yourself when you step on a scale or something. And I feel like a lot of plus size chicks are always stepping on the scale to see where they're at. And, you know, things like that. Like, I just personally, like, I don't care for numbers anymore. I more look at myself in the mirror, and if I see results, then I see results. I'm not going to step on a scale and keep putting myself down. The last thing I want to mention is the mental part about being a plus size girl. I feel like a lot of plus size girls, me personally, I know I deal with like a lot of depression, a lot of insecurities. Like, there's times I'm talking to my boyfriend and I'll just say randomly, like, I'm fat, you know, you don't deserve me, like, you could find somebody so much better. And he literally gets so upset with me because he knows, he sees me more than what I see myself. And he sees me the most beautiful girl. He doesn't believe in like, oh, I'm supposed to be with this person because I'm skinny. No, like, it's what he's attracted to, and that's what he is. He's attracted to me, and that has been like always like a mental thing with me, because it's like I've always like had this issue with guys, and like where you know, being a heavier set girl, like, you feel like you're not gonna find love. And sure enough, I did. I have 5 years of my life with this person, and that's another thing that a lot of females deal with, is the dating life of like being a plus size girls in the dating world. Um, the dating world for being a plus size girl is the most scariest thing, because you don't know who's gonna be attracted to you. Sometimes guys use you for just sex, just for your body, you know, things like that. Like, it's just unrealistic. Like, and then the girl, like, I know there's many females that I've talked to that are like the same size as me, and they've dealt with like them being like sex toys, and it's not fair, to be honest. So the dating world as a plus size girl is definitely scary. But I'm so glad that I've been with, my boyfriend Matt for 5 years, because like, for the first year, like, I just kept saying like, you deserve better, you deserve better. And he just always told me, you're beautiful, you're beautiful, you're beautiful. Like, stop putting yourself down. He's like, I find you beautiful. I find you all attractive. Everything about you is attractive. So, the dating world is definitely scary. So, yeah, let me get back onto topic with the mental part to being a plus size girl. Personally, I feel like I deal with a lot of insecurities, depression, very doubtful with myself, looking at myself. To be honest with you guys, this is a sad thing, but I don't have a mirror in my room. And the reason why I don't have a mirror in my room is because a year ago, a year ago, I stopped a year ago I stopped like wanting to look at myself in the mirror, and it really like took a toll on me. And always looking at yourself in the mirror, as it always made me feel bigger than what I am. And one day I just decided to just fucking crack that shit. I freaking threw something at it and I just cracked it. I just couldn't stand the fact that that was in my room. And I don't know when's the last time I looked at myself, like, actually in a mirror, like, for my outfit and things. And honestly, I feel like mentally in such a better place. Because it's like if I wore a certain outfit, it made me feel very insecure if I looked at the mirror. So that's why I got rid of the mirror and I broke it. But sorry, I like literally, like, that's like something that I haven't talked about, and it's something that I had to come to terms with finally. It made me feel like so much stronger within myself, which I'm so happy. These are happy, like, happy and sad tears. Oh, okay. So yeah, I finally got rid of my mirror, and as you guys can tell, this is the mental part to being plus size. Is it really... Okay, let me get off camera for a second and collect myself. Okay, one more thing that I wanted to say is something with the dating world also is guys have a tendency of trying to build you into something of their vision. Now, a lot of these guys look at Nicki Minaj, Kylie Jenner, freaking... Who else? who else? Anybody that's like Beyonce, Shakira, like people like that. They look at these people and they're like, oh, she has a flat tummy and a fat ass. That is so unrealistic. Let me tell you guys, this ain't build a bitch, okay? This ain't build a bitch. This ain't build a woman. If you don't like what you have, don't be with them. And if you're a person that has been in a relationship where the guy's putting you down and calling you fat or calling you this, or he doesn't like see you beautiful, or he doesn't give you compliments, drop him. Please drop him, because you're really not you're not really giving like the love that you need for yourself, and you're also like being like vulnerable of falling into his trap. So don't be with somebody that, you know, is just there for one thing and one thing only, or tries to build you into their vision of a celebrity. I want to give a shout out to Lizzo. I know she's never going to see this video, but that woman has empowered me so much this last year with her music, with her confidence, with the things she's post. I love that woman. She has brung a message to the world about being a plus size chick, and that there is nothing wrong with being a plus size chick. So I cannot thank her enough as a musician and an artist for pointing that out, because she doesn't have any plastic surgery. She's so real, and that's what we need more of in society, is real ass females. So this is the end of this video, guys. And I hope you guys really understand where I'm coming from, and you know, my tips and my experiences have really opened your eyes. And you know, if you're a plus size girl, let me know down in the comments like what have you experienced and things like that, because I would love to hear from you guys. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.